I am in full SpongeBob spirit. I got my pineapple, got my sponge, got the Gary, got the bikini bottom shirt. Respect the drip. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, and today what I want to talk about is this new SpongeBob movie, the third SpongeBob movie actually. I was pretty oblivious that this was happening, and we will be getting a trailer tomorrow, so I figured why not give you guys a first look at the poster they just released, discuss the synopsis, and just kind of geek out, because SpongeBob was my childhood. So be sure you guys are leaving a like down below for little SpongeBob here, and tell me if you're willing to watch this third SpongeBob movie after everything you hear. So this third SpongeBob movie was originally titled as A SpongeBob Movie, A Wonderful Sponge. They even had a poster that released during Comic-Con. Here was a look at it. Very trippy and fascinating look to the poster. But just today, they went ahead and released a new poster and a title change for the movie that now it'll be called The SpongeBob Movie, Sponge on the Run. The poster might have you fooled that this is a completely 3D animated movie. I would kind of want that, but based off the description, they will be mixing 2D elements, so the movie will flip back and forth from 3D animation to regular 2D animation as we know SpongeBob to be. And just from looking at this first poster, it is gorgeous looking. I mean, you have a carnival, Utopia City in the background. SpongeBob looks pretty detailed and nice for 3D animated. I was kind of liking if this was completely 3D animated just to bring SpongeBob into a new era. I really hope they don't pull the thing they did in the second SpongeBob movie where they're only 3D animated for the last 10 minutes. But seriously, looking closer at SpongeBob and the details they have on them, if you really zoom in, this looks like a freaking sponge that you would wash your dishes with. This is the kind of animation I appreciate so much, and that evolutionizes the character that I would hate if they just do too much 2D animation. Because as great and classic as that animation is, I would kind of want to see this character upgrade. And of course you have Patrick there being Patrick, holding the binoculars the wrong way, but a key element to what this movie will be about is found right there in the hand of SpongeBob himself. Gary goes missing. The official synopsis for this movie reads, SpongeBob and Patrick go on a rescue mission to save Gary, who has been kidnapped by Poseidon and taken to the lost city of Atlantic City. The movie will reveal the first time our beloved characters as kids met at camp, a magical moment that brings meaning to the power of true friendship. So it's kind of cool. It's also an origin story for how Patrick and SpongeBob met. I assume this is how the 2D animation will work. I think the majority of the movie will be 3D animated as in current present time, and then when they do flashbacks to Kid SpongeBob and Kid Patrick meeting at camp, that'll be all done 2D animation since it is the past. I think that's a genius way to do it if they go that route. Because now reading that description, the city in the background, that's obviously the Atlantic City. It is interesting how they mentioned that Poseidon will be coming back for this movie. Now, if you're familiar with SpongeBob lore, there was two different Poseidons. There was one that looked like a god that SpongeBob had a cook-off with, and then there was the one they had in the movie that gave us the infamous bald jokes. I have to believe they're going to go with the movie version. That might open the door to have Mindy come back. We remember Patrick and Mindy always had a little something something. Or they could give us a third iteration of what Poseidon looks like. I wouldn't put it past SpongeBob. But one thing aside from that, this SpongeBob premise has already been done in an episode. If you had a childhood and were watching SpongeBob, you might remember the episode where Gary goes missing. This episode was titled, Have You Seen This Snail? It premiered on November 11th of 2005, and the basic story was, yeah, Gary goes missing and SpongeBob tries his hardest to go find him. There was even a heartbreaking song that is just engraved in my brain and reminds me of this episode. Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away. And that title also, SpongeBob Sponge on the Run, is the name of a mobile video game. So this whole movie is kind of a mashup of things done before. But nonetheless, I remember the unbelievable enjoyment I had with that first SpongeBob movie that I think it'll go down in my top 100 best movies of all time. I never thought I would say that about a SpongeBob movie, but it is so memorable with the songs, the story plot, the emotional elements to it, that I'm really wondering if they can capture that here. They're definitely going to try and pull out our heartstrings with that tagline, Save Gary, but it's also no surprise this is the third SpongeBob movie. The last SpongeBob movie got great reviews, made a lot of money, even though they were kind of deceived by the marketing and that this movie was going to be an all 3D animated film. I'm really looking forward to this SpongeBob movie. Now, I haven't seen a SpongeBob episode in many years, okay? I feel like after the first movie came out, the show kind of dipped in quality, or maybe I was just growing up and falling out of touch with SpongeBob. So I hope the humor can be in line with what the old SpongeBob and what I remember him to be. You know it's gonna have those adult jokes thrown in there, and I'm gonna appreciate those on the big screen. But I want to definitely hear from you guys. Are you gonna be checking out this new SpongeBob movie? Does the premise have you interested? Does this new look have you excited with this movie? Or have you just grown out of touch with SpongeBob and you could care less about this? Anything and everything, you guys go ahead and leave me your thoughts down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3CFilmReview. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.